All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Top Line. It's your boy Chris, and well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the NBA regular season, man. It's play-in time, then playoff time, then crown the champ time, man. First of all, the Los Angeles Lakers got the win against Utah, even though many times in this game it wasn't pretty. It wasn't like the Golden State Warriors game. It was like, we're not gonna let you guys. We're gonna let you know there's levels heading to the playoff, heading into the play-in, and the playoffs. I'm sorry, they're not playing. And that's exactly what they did, man. They went out and handled business. The Lakers, on the other hand, didn't quite do that, but they got the victory nonetheless, man. LeBron James led with 37 points, man. The boy had eight threes tonight. I'm not counting on that to be for the future, but he had eight threes tonight. That's a good sign heading to the playoff because you want LeBron to be in a certain level, on a certain level, in a certain zone. And it seemed like he was there tonight, man. Tonight he I'm sorry, I keep saying tonight. I'm so used to these games being at night, but this afternoon, LeBron James, man, the three ball was falling. Now that could be good and that could be bad, because the bad thing about that is that three ball can be falling, and all of a sudden he get too comfortable with that and then don't be aggressive. So there can be a little nervousness with that, man. Um, Obviously, the Utah Jazz, they was mailing it in, man. The season was over. They wasn't trying to play nobody. But shout out to the guys that came out and played. Olenek gave you 37. Dunn gave you 20. I'm sorry, 23. Olenek gave you 23. Dunn gave you 26. Fontinches gave you 20. If you're looking at this game, you're like, was the Lakers just not interested, or this team really gave him a hard time? I keep saying, man, something about a team that has nothing to play for, that they're just playing free. That's it. It's just ball. Lakers, they know everybody gonna see it. Make sure the Lakers win. Hey, we can spoil the Lakers. Little, no one spoil much, but if we drop them a seed, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty high. That pretty much how it was, man. For the Lakers, this will win. Anthony Davis gave you 16. Wasn't really aggressive. I mean, he took a 15 shot, but wasn't trying to be dominant. Vanderbilt gave you 20. Russell gave you 12. Russell gave you 17. Austin Reeves gave you 12. Only took 5 shots. Hachimura gave you 12. Gabriel gave you 4. Beasley gave you 13 on 3 of 9 from 3. That's about, what's that, 33%. I think some of those was rushed. One of those I know for a fact was a heat check, and yeah. So anyway, I mean, at the end of the day, man, first of all, if we look at this Lakers season in reverse, the way this thing started out for the Lakers, you didn't think they would be here. Man, it didn't look like they were gonna make the play off. They all gonna be at home playing with their kids. That's how it looked. That's how it looked, man. But at the end of the day, the Lakers, they found a way to get in the play-in. Now, it's early. How far do I think they can go in the playoffs? I don't know, man. I don't know, because if you look at these last couple games, you're like, they lost to a good team and didn't really play well to down the stretch against some bad teams. But you got to also look at level of competition and feel like they didn't really get up for a lot of these games. The Clippers game, they might have got up for, just couldn't get it going, and the Clippers end up taking that dub. But all in all, man, I say Laker Nation has to be happy with the output. I think they had the number one record post trade deadline. After trade deadline, they had number one record in the NBA. So I think you gotta be okay with that. You gotta be okay. And I'm gonna say it here front and center. If Rob Pelinka ain't in the GM of the year talks, then I don't know. I don't know what else. I think that is proof, right? Rob Pelinka got to be in there. He got to be in there, man, because what he took, what he gave up, and what he got in return with the whole Thomas Bryant and Russell Westbrook and Pat Bev, excuse me, all those guys. It was like, yo, he made God bless his dad, my mom used to say he turned to sugar, just like that, man. So for the Lakers, you know, the season was, you gotta say it was a success, man. They turned it around. They looked bad. They turned it around. Unfortunately, they wasn't able to get out of the play-in, meaning they wasn't able to get into the actual playoff without having to play the play-in. So now they got to go. They got a game on Tuesday. I felt like as a team they could have really used that rest to get it going down the stretch, especially heading into the playoffs. Hopefully, in this play-in game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are having their own things going on right now. We got we don't know if Baby Tyson, Rudy Gobert is gonna be playing or not in the playoff. In the play-in, we don't know. I'm quite sure he is. I'm quite sure to sit home, calm down type thing. Don't know how far that'll go. We'll find out very soon. But yeah, that was crazy. But that's what the Lakers got up next, and they got to come in ready to go. They got to come in ready to go because you got to remember both teams are fighting for a chance to get in the play-in. I think you're about as healthy as you're going to be into the playoffs right now. You got LeBron James, you got Anthony Davis, you got Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell. You got your guys. There's no one on the injury report right now. That no one's on the injury report right now. Come Tuesday, it's win or go home, and this is the first test that I feel like the Lakers. You're gonna see what they're really about. Like this is win. Well, no, it's not win or go home because they lose. They play the loser of the ninth and 10th seed. So we'll have to see how that play out. But if you're the Lakers, this is a must-win game just because of your stars. Your stars need rest. These games have went too far down the stretch too long. Now, I would say based on LeBron's shooting last game, we'll see if that picks up next game. But if you went through this and LeBron maintains his health and his shootings really start to take off after this game, then them playing around, not take care of business down the stretch, far as, you know, winning that key game against the Clippers and playing their guys later, you'll say, well, man, kind of paid off for him. So, I don't know, man. We're going to see. But, man, the Los Angeles Lakers are in the play-in. It's fun basketball time now, man. Every fan going to be glued to their chairs, man, watching these games, seeing what's happening. See if your team can really be a team. You know what? I don't know how a lot of people feel about the play-in, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, it give me more basketball to talk about, man. It give me more to watch. It give me more, as a fan of the game, give me more of the sport. So I love the play-in. I ain't gonna lie, I love it. Because you get people, it's like giving the underdog one last shot. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be fun, man. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you guys be great, man.